Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Rob and this is my channel, Rob With. Now today I have another fragrance review for you guys and we're back again picking up some more fragrances from this discovery package here that I've been talking about in my previous reviews, and that is the Labo house. Now I've already reviewed two fragrances from the discovery pack. And this discovery pack comes with 5 offerings, and they're, from my understanding, they're more popular fragrances from the line. So I've already reviewed 2 of them, and so if you go check back in my channel, and you'll see the reviews for those 2, and that is Bergamot 22 and Santal 33. So today we're going to be checking out this fragrance here. That is Rose 31. Rose 31. Very interesting composition from this house here. And I would say so far from the 3 that I have here, this is probably the most daring out of all of them. I have the dry down here already, and interesting fragrance here. It's yeah, you can say it's a little bit daring, has a very Middle Eastern vibe to it. So let's go ahead and jump into the notes here. Now the notes are coming straight from Lucky Scent, so pretty accurate. So we have in Rose 31 grass, rose, we have cumin, we have pepper, clove, nutmeg, we have olibanum, I don't know if I butchered that, I have cedar, amber, gaiac wood, oud, cistus, vetiver, and animalic notes. Definitely animalic notes in this one. So what do I get from this? So what they did with this was they created, or they took the note that is definitely a daring note, which is rose, and the name says it all, Rose 31. So taking into consideration that already, you're already getting into a more daring situation when it comes to a fragrance that has rose in it. So me personally, I'm not a big fan of rose, but I will rock a rose fragrance, and I'll tell you one that I have that's pretty rose dominant, and that is Cartier Declaration d'un Soir. That is probably the most daring rose scent that I have, but it does work. It works well, but it's not for everyone. And actually that was my scent of the day in one of my videos about 2 videos back, and that's pretty nice, pretty earthy. So we'll get to that one later. So Rose 31, the dry down here, what do I get? I get this so far in the dry down, what I'm getting here is this rose oudy scent, daring, Middle Eastern. It has this elegance, very elegant, and initial spray here. So spray on this is pretty nice. I already mentioned it. So your typical, I'm gonna do wood spray because it's pretty powerful. So pretty good for testing that vial there. So on the opening, you get this very animalic, very natural again. This no alcohol in this. Nothing jumps out and says generic in this fragrance. This is very authentic, very clean. You're getting what you pay for with this fragrance, and you definitely get this the cumin coming out in this right here, and this dirty vetiver. So yeah, you definitely get the cumin and the pepper, and the nutmeg. There's some cedar, but way in the background, but definitely the dominant note in the opening of this, actually in the whole duration of the fragrance, is mainly cumin and pepper, with that rose sitting in between those 2 notes there. And as it dries down, this becomes more mellow than the oud. The oud starts popping out of the background and just sneaks up, but you know, in a very discreet way. It's not jumping out and aggressively and, you know, just fighting with all the other notes. No, it's not. It's just, you know, it's just very safe oud per se. So very safe. And this rose here is a masculine rose. I mean, a female can pull this off, but this is definitely masculine. This is a unisex fragrance, but this is definitely a masculine scent. And yeah, this is very interesting. So the spices in this fragrance, I think it's the cumin in this fragrance really gives this fragrance a lot of power and projection. And this to me is a powerhouse. This right here lasts throughout the whole day. I tested this already, and I can definitely see on skin. I haven't tried it on myself, but on skin, this definitely lasted over 10 hours. And you know, you get this pepper. The pepper lingers around consistently, pepper and rose, pepper and rose, pepper and rose the whole time. It just stays there. So it's continuous, and it lasts. And you can definitely smell it the next day. And I tend to do that with my fragrances. I like to test it the next day. I don't wash an area. If I usually test it here. Yeah, this is a very nice fragrance. Daring, definitely daring. So if you are looking for a rose fragrance that's pretty masculine, and you want to try a nude in a rose and that's not aggressive, that's just sitting there, just decorating the fragrance gently, this is probably the best way to go when it comes to rose. I smelled a couple of rose fragrances. This is probably daring, but I say the more masculine. This is probably the most masculine rose daring fragrance that I've tested, and I think you're gonna get you might get good positive feedback from this, depending on how you're dressed. This is not, I wouldn't say this is casual. This is more semi-formal, formal fragrance, and definitely for somebody above the age of 25. I don't see a teenager wearing this. Definitely not a teenager scent. And for the price, get into the price. This is gonna be, I believe it's $180. Yeah. $180 for 50 ml, and you're looking at your typical price for the Labo, and $265 for the 100 ml. For me, this is probably a decant for me. I do like this. I can probably see myself wearing this mostly in the winter time, maybe fall, and probably night settings in the spring, but definitely fall and winter. Very nice. Guys, that was my take for Rose 31 of Le Labo. Give this a try. And again, do not blind buy this. This is a great fragrance. Like I said, very nice rose fragrance. Probably the best I've smelled so far, as in the nature of the natural ingredients. But again, you cannot make a somewhat natural ingredient fragrance last this long. So there's some synthetics in here, of course, that's going to give it the longevity. And yeah. Check out the discovery pack, guys. This is the way to go to test these fragrances, and more than enough. So guys, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys. And guys, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Support your channel if you like it, and turn on that bell so you get future notifications. And guys, love you all. Thanks for tuning in, and peace.